My name is Angela.
My name is Nicole.
And welcome to the Ominous Stitch podcast. Hello, Stitchers!
Hey!
Welcome to another amazing episode of the Ominous Stitch podcast.
Amazing!
Amazing! Take a stitch. Take like several because we've said it like
Always.
3 times now.
Just keep stitching.
Take as many stitches as you want.
Yeah.
We won't judge. We promise.
Shh.
I'm sure we're taking stitches too. So welcome back, everybody, for part 3. Part 3. Tres. How many other languages can we do it?
San. Itini-san.
Tria. Yeah. That was.
Isa dalawa tatlo. Tagalog.
Oh, nice.
That's the only reason why I know is because I get in trouble.
Your mom's counting
Yep.
in Tagalog.
Yep. You better come here. Okay.
Oh, I love it. That's so funny.
Yeah, we're on our road trip.
On our road trip across the U.S. Road tripping across the U.S. Last time we ended in what, Virginia?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
So, yeah, we're going to continue from there on. And
Georgia. I know that's the first one because I see it. And we're going to continue through the South a little bit and then snake our way back up.
That's right.
We are snaking our way through the USA. Come join us. Did you like my little line?
That's so cute. It's like a little slogan. We can put it on a jacket.
Snaking our way in the world today takes everything you got.
We're not hopped up on
my
coffee.
Gosh. So much coffee.
We need
So
it.
much fun time and friendship though. I love recording days. I love when I get to see my Nicole. You guys, it makes my heart so happy.
You're so sweet.
Aw.
I love it too. This is one of my favorite times.
Yeah.
So,
We were
yeah.
just out playing with the alpaca too.
They're goofy.
And they're so funny. They're so funny.
It's like when you go to petting zoos, right? Maybe this is like not the same as other farms, I'm guessing, but like sheep and goats, they'll let you touch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your alpaca's like, nope.
Yeah.
Like
you can get close to them and they will maybe sniff you.
they'll sniff you.
And then
And they're like, I don't want you to touch me.
and then they're like, don't
Get away.
touch me. Get away. Yeah.
And then you turn your back. They're like, where are you going?
Yeah. As soon as you turn your back on them, then they follow you.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
And you turn around like, don't
No.
touch me.
No. So dramatic. I love them. They're so cute.
They are so cute. Should we dive into our stitches?
Yes.
Okay. What's got you in stitches
I
this
think we
week?
have a theme.
We have a theme.
Yeah.
We're staying with animals here because we both have kind of the same stitch.
I think so. So this was just the other day, and I'm sure if you've listened to us before, I live out in the mountain where it's like pretty wilderness. I've seen lots of fun things. I've even seen a bobcat that my husband didn't believe me.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was jumping around. He's like, I don't believe you. Then I think he saw it. And it was in our neighbor's yard. I was like, yep, there's a bobcat. So it was nighttime. I was taking Miles out, my dog, to go potty. And then I hear someone yelling outside. And I was like, what? And I stopped talking. I stopped in my tracks and then I didn't hear anything. So I started moving again. And they're like, did you hear me? And she's yelling at me.
Oh.
And I was like, well, no, what? I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you. She goes, a coyote just ran by your house. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I don't think you want to go in your backyard. It ran from my house because she lives right across the street.
Uh-huh.
It comes through their yard all the time.
Oh.
And it ran across and she was shooing it because she's putting her garbage cans out.
Yeah.
And she's shooing it. And we have this like little tiny reservoir between my other neighbor and myself. And that's their path. They like to take
that reservoir.
and they go all the way up the hill because we live right up
gosh.
against a big hill.
Yeah, you do.
And yeah, so it just ran up and that's what it goes. She's like, I don't think you want, it's really big. And I was like, I'm sorry, Miles.
Coyote.
So I ran.
Look, I would sacrifice you, Miles.
Yeah.
No,
no, I wouldn't. But I started putting my trash cans out, so I was to talk to her. She was really sweet. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't hear anything. I just kind of walked out oblivious,
Yeah.
So
in your own little world.
in my little world, that's me.
Yep.
And then I walked back inside after my trash cans. I was like, "You're gonna go take out Miles now," to my husband. He's like, "Okay, I'll take a flashlight." So he went back there. He's gone. I mean, they're in our area. Knock on wood. Thankfully, they're not like mean and they're not trying to attack
there
us.
have been some crazy coyote attacks though.
Yes.
In Southern California.
I've seen
and
them
kind
all
of close
over.
to our area.
Yes,
Kind of
I've
close
seen
to
them
where we
take
live.
dogs all like on videos. It's creepy, but thankfully, like I said, knock on wood, they've been pretty cool around our areas. So yeah, so that was
going
a little
after the
scary.
bunnies in the hills.
Yeah, we have tons of bunnies. We have bunnies. We have lizards. We have a lot of little creatures. Quail.
Yeah,
quail too.
Quail, yeah.
So yeah, that was a little creepy. So no coyotes. They're like I said, hopefully they stay away from us and they're just chilling. They're just walking through our yard, but
Yeah. So I'm going to pick up on Nicole's theme and carry on with the coyote thing because we get a lot of coyotes here too.
Yeah.
And she actually saw one on her way in today.
It just like ran across the street in front of me.
Yeah. We have some big ones.
You do.
So we have a pack. We had a pack yesterday. I think it was yesterday that I texted you and I was like, there are 4 coyotes in my yard this morning.
Yeah.
They weren't in my yard. They're in our neighbor behind us.
Still
Luckily,
really close.
knock on wood,
Yes.
they haven't figured out how to get onto our property.
Oh,
We're
good.
completely fenced in, and if the gate is open, they could get in through the gate. And I think that's how they got in the past with the previous owners of the farm.
Right.
Because they have lost a few chickens and stuff along the way.
It's the
Poor
Portuguese.
chickies. Yeah, I thought you said Portuguese. Like,
What?
okay, Portuguese.
Okay, sure.
No, but yeah, they lost a few animals and some ducks and along the way. So we keep our gates closed,
Yes,
because we
smart.
don't want to let any other animals in.
No. I mean,
We're
after your
terrified
big
of losing.
hawk thing.
Oh
that
my
was creepy.
gosh,
I mean,
yeah.
that came out of the air. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you don't want anything on the land coming in. So.
Right. And so they haven't figured out how to get in our yard, but they do. The back of our property butts up against a horse arena because there's a boarding facility
That's
on the other
right.
side of our fence. So a lot of people, a lot of horses, which is really fun. The alpaca love the horses. They like to run the fence line with them and play
cute.
with them. It's really cute.
Besties.
But the alpaca,
The horses.
the coyote
Oh.
will come onto that property because it's not that it's like a 10-acre property. It's not fully fenced in, and they have like bunch of hillsides and stuff. And so we'll get big packs of coyote that will come into that area and go to the horse arena and just kind of stare at the alpaca. And what the alpaca do is
drooling.
yes, the alpaca herd up to look like a big mass of an animal. And then one of them will give a battle cry, which is hilarious. So this is the alpaca battle cry. Most of the time when they talk, they go,
Right.
That's how they talk. Sometimes though, when they're giving a battle cry, and I'm going to back off the mic because I'm going to do it kind of loud. They
Yes. It's like Xena.
It's so fun. Is
up?
Xena Warrior Princess?
Yes.
Oh, if one of them has a girl, I'm going to call her Xena.
Beautiful.
That's
You
awesome.
better.
Okay. So they'll give a battle cry, and it's just kind of like an alarm to say, hey, there's something in here. And alpaca are sweet. Their defenses are they can wrestle with their neck.
Yeah. Strong necks.
Strong
Okay.
necks. That's how they kind of wrestle each other over food.
Okay.
They can spit on you.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's
not fun.
That's just not a fun thing. Yeah.
Or when an animal comes around and they feel like threatened by it or they're going to be attacked, they stomp. And they
Ooh.
stomp and kick. And
Yeah, they have sharp nails. I
they
saw that.
they do have nails like dogs have toenails, that kind of a
Mm-hmm.
thing, and they are pretty thick. But that's their defense. But they aren't that heavy. Like they're about 120 pounds to 130 pounds.
What?
They look
Really?
heavier because of
All the
their,
wool or
all the
fleece.
fluff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they aren't heavy. And so I've actually been kicked by our new one, Pepper,
Oh,
because
no.
I was trying to get her harness on her, and she didn't want to be harnessed.
Like, no.
And so she kicked me, and I was like, really? That's your kick? That's all you got? There wasn't a lot of power.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, I assume that if a lot of them are together and they're really determined, they could, maybe
hurt you
hurt
if they're together.
Yeah, but oh my gosh.
But scary to think about a big
like
pack
these
of coyotes.
coyotes
No,
are
they're
going to
strong
get
and
these girls
smart.
if they
Yeah.
can figure out how to get on our property. So every time we see coyote, I grab my baseball bat and I run out there. I'm like, get out of here, coyote! And I yell at
Good
them,
mama.
and they run away. And the alpaca are like going, ah! It's so fun. It's not fun. It's scary.
It's
but
scary.
Yeah, I don't like the coyote. And then so I keep we don't let our dog out when it's dark outside. We
Of
try to
course.
keep her in because we don't want the coyote to be encouraged. But speaking of ominous things, and this kind of goes with coyote thing, because I don't know what other animal, where this came from. But I was feeding the alpaca this morning, and there were definitely coyote walking around. So I'm yelling at them, and they leave. They don't stay. They just kind of pass through.
Right.
But there was a bone in their water, and it was like a big animal bone, and there was definitely like a round part that looked like a socket, and it was definitely chewed because you could, see through the marrow and stuff. And so I'm like, what is this bone? Why is it in my alpaca's water?
Okay.
What happened?
You told me this earlier, right?
Yes.
But now hearing this whole thing about your farm, how did it get in?
I don't know.
That's creepy.
Right? So I'm like,
So it can't be coyote.
It can't be coyote.
It could be like a hawk.
It could
maybe.
have been a coyote kill.
But how did it get into your water bowl?
The cat, so Shadow, our black cat,
okay,
uses their water all the time. He's always out there drinking out of the alpaca. So I'm like, did he put the bone in the water? Did he carry it? It was a heavy bone and it seemed big, but maybe he could have done it.
Okay, here's another theory.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen raccoon on your property?
I haven't seen raccoons.
Okay.
We have bunnies.
Oh, okay.
And we have hawks. We have birds of prey. We have owls and stuff, but they wouldn't. I feel like it would have been too heavy for them to carry.
I've heard raccoons wash their food.
Oh,
That's what I'm like.
It could have been.
Maybe it was in the water bowl.
Maybe. I haven't seen a raccoon, but I wouldn't put it past the raccoon.
Okay.
But that was so creepy to see a bone in the water
out
today.
I'd be like, nope, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not going outside.
No, I have the opposite response because I'm such a mama for my alpacas.
Where is
I'm
this
like,
from?
Yeah, I want to be out there guarding them all day. Like, don't touch my alpaca. Leave them alone.
That is pretty creepy, though.
Right?
To find a piece of bone.
Ominous. Very
bone?
Good. Oh, no. No, I hope not. I think it was like
Did you throw it away?
Yes, we can go look at it afterwards.
He should have put it in a bag. Be like, if I knew a teacher or scientist, can you analyze this?
Well, we can get it out of the trash because it's the only thing in the trash can right now. The trash was taken yesterday, so it's the only thing in the trash right now. So we can go pull it out and look at it.
Gross. Oh no. We can only speculate.
Oh,
but that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't something. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to think. If you guys think, tell us.
Maybe we'll dig it out and post it on our socials so you guys can see it. And let us know what kind of animal you think it is.
Any bone doctors out there.
And how it got on my property and in my sweet girl's water.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Now they're drinking bone water. That's probably good for them, though.
Calcium.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm tangent, but there's this stuff I have to put into my plants. I have an indoor plant that has its leaves turn brown around the edges. And I read that you're supposed to put this
bone meal, fish bones.
Yeah. Yeah. So it stinks, but it helps the plant. I'm like, dude, it needs bones.
Yeah. Crazy,
that is
huh?
So cool.
Yeah.
Nature.
If you need some alpaca poop for your plants to fertilize,
so I can make my indoor plants smell just as good. Does it smell good?
It's fine. It doesn't smell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I would say turn it into an alpaca tea. So you would just take a few pellets, soak them in water overnight outside. Just do it outside. And then pour it into a spray bottle or something. And then just,
Yeah. When she said alpaca tea.
Alpaca tea. That's what they call it.
Drinking that?
No, you don't drink it. No, you take their pellets, which they call beans. Isn't that cute? They call it beans. Alpaca beans.
Because they do look like little beans.
They look like little beans.
They look like rabbit poop, but bigger.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but it's an incredible fertilizer. I can't wait to start using it around the farm. It's ready. It takes. I think you're supposed to let it dry out for about 3 months. We've had the girls for 2, so we should be pretty good on the first rounds of droppings and getting that ready to go.
Isn't it funny? If someone tuned in for their first time and they're like, "Oh, I want this crochet pattern. I want to talk about spooky things." No, y'all gonna get poop.
You get alpaca poop. Sorry, guys. This is how we roll on the Angela and Stitch podcast.
And it's bounces around. If you know us now. But that's cool. But I do want to get stitching because you got a cool pattern that something that I've been working on forever.
Yeah, this is kind of what started the whole me and Nicole hanging out and crocheting. So let's get stitching.
Yeah.
Okay, Stitchers. So this stitch that we're going to talk about today is the first thing that Nicole and I started working on way back. And she hasn't finished hers. I finished mine, but I was a lot further along when we started it. So it's a blanket pattern, and I'm going to share with you guys where I got this. This is Lana lanasyOvillos.com. I'm going to spell it for you guys. LANASYOVILLOS.com. lanasyOvillos.com. And she has this, first of all, I love her accent. It's so good. And I love the way that she says chart, because she says chart. Just so you know, I had to tell Nicole the first time. I know, but it's so cute. So this is the Fox Blanket Mosaic Crochet. And I have this blanket. It is always out in my house.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. And it's a display blanket. It is always out in my house. And we'll obviously post pictures of it on all of our social media so you guys can see it.
How long did it take you to finish?
Well, it doesn't get big fast. So it takes a while, because
that's right.
You're only going about a single crochet in height each row.
So it takes a really long time.
So it takes a long time.
That's why I haven't finished it.
But it's fun.
It is really cool.
And when you're doing mosaic crochet, which we're going to talk a little bit about the method of mosaic crochet. When you're doing mosaic crochet, you do have to count. There is a chart that you have to follow, but this is a pretty simple pattern. It's 11, it's multiples of 11, and then you're just kind of adding 2 or taking off 2 for each row. So you don't necessarily have to count. Once you get the pattern down, you can just kind of follow, oh, this is where I have 2 less here and I have 2 more here, or whatever, So you'll see when I share the pattern. You can go to lanasyOvillos.com, and it's the Fox Blanket Mosaic Crochet. She does have a YouTube tutorial on how to make it, so you can watch her YouTube tutorial. She also has the chart for you to follow, which is very handy. And that chart is free on her website. So you can look at that chart. Once you understand the method of the mosaic crochet, you can just follow this chart and go to town and have a good time.
Go to town.
But I love mosaic crochet. There are so many projects that I want to do with mosaic crochet. It is a one-sided pattern, so it would be really cool for, again, like pillows. It's not a double-sided blanket. You can do sweaters with it. How fun would that be?
I would love to see this in
a sweater. Wouldn't that be really pretty? Cool. Oh, we should do that.
Yeah. Another project.
Okay. I know. I have so many projects. So what this particular, so let's talk about the method of mosaic crochet first. Please. So basically every single row you are changing colors.
That's right.
Every single row you're changing colors. So you're only working front side. You're never working back side. You're always working front side. So you're going to chain for this particular blanket. It's multiples of 11. The pattern repeats after 22. So you want to make sure that you go 22, 44, 66. Is my math good? 88.
You're doing great.
22.
Great.
And then 1 for the turn, because you're going to single crochet your way all the way back to that to start the second row. And basically what you're doing when you're looking at the chart, you are looking at which ones you're going to bring that color forward and which ones you're going to send that color back.
That's right.
Okay. So you're either working in the front loop or in the back loop of the row below of your single crochet. If you're working in the front loop, you are double crocheting because that's the color that you're bringing front. If you're working in the back loop, you are single crocheting because you're sending that color to the back. Okay. And so when it's a color that comes to the front, and you'll follow the chart, it will have an X, and that's the color that you bring to the front, and you're doing a double crochet, you are reaching down to the row below and picking up that front loop because there was a single crochet that's going to the back, right? So you're going to go down to the row below. When you're doing the single crochet, it's the back loop of that single crochet of the crochet row that you worked before. Does that make sense? You aren't diving down one, you're doing the row that was before it.
Right.
Yes. So because it's a double crochet, it comes to the height of a single crochet. So that's why every row is working the single crochet. So when you're single crocheting into the row that you just worked in the back loop. When you're double crocheting the row before that one into the front loop that is in the front there, and that color is coming forward, and you're sending the single crochet colors back.
Right.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Back and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth.
But you're always looking at the front, not the back.
Yes, you're always working in the front.
Right.
Right. And this fox blanket pattern is basically a chevron pattern. And I don't know why it's a fox. I guess it kind of looks like a fox, but that's what
because she used the orange, I think.
Yeah, because she uses like an orange and a cream. Mine is like a pepper. I'm gonna call it a pepper.
Gray brown.
It's not. It's So there's like a charcoal color, and then there is a buff color that has that charcoal color specked into it, if that makes sense.
It does.
And when you finish the project that you're working on, you're going to have cut ends, because every single row is a different color. So every single end is a cut end. Ugh. Now, I think it's pretty, so I left mine raw.
That's
also,
true.
I'm lazy and I don't I don't want to do borders.
Yeah.
But the best way to do the borders is not sew it in. You can leave it raw. If you cut the strings all even, it looks pretty cool.
It looks really cool.
It just looks like fringe.
Yeah.
Or what a lot of people suggest doing is you do a double-sided border. So that means that you will do a single crochet stitch that goes through the back and to the front. So you're crocheting on top of it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're going to crochet on top of it. So you'll have one loop in the back and two loops in the front. And then you'll do, on the front side, you'll do like 3 rows of double crochet, and then you'll wrap it around and do 3 rows of double crochet and hook it into that back loop. So it kind of wraps it around. Does that make sense? So it's a double border, and it will hide all of your cut ends inside that border. So she'll show you how to do that if you watch this YouTube video for the fox blanket. She goes through everything on there on how to get it started. But mosaic crochet is a really fun way of crocheting, and it's pretty simple once you understand the concept of it. You're either sending a color to the front, which is going to be a double crochet in the front loop, or you're putting the color in the back, which is going to be a single crochet in the back loop, right?
Right.
And then you alternate colors every single row. And because you're alternating colors every single row.
Is it the front loop, or in this project, is it the front post?
Loop.
Okay.
Yes. You're either crocheting in the front loop
or back
of the row below.
Okay.
Or 2 rows below. I'm sorry. Front loop of 2 rows below. Or you're crocheting into the back loop.
That's right.
Of the row below.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think it's been so long since I've touched my project. I'm like, I can't remember. My gosh. Okay.
Yeah. And this one's always counting to 11. So it's multiples 11. So you'll be 11 front loops, 11 back loops, 11 front loops, 11 back loops, back loops. And then you change colors, and the next row is 9 front loops, and then
2 in the back.
Yeah. And then two in the back for that multiple of 11.
Right.
And then it will be the reverse of that the other way. Yeah.
That's what always threw me off.
9 in the back, and then, You
guys should have seen me. I was like, Angela, did I do this right? And I remember one time she's like, no, not this one, but that's okay. We'll fix it. She fixes it for me. I'm like, I don't know what you did.
You're like, why can't I count to 11?
I can't count. But it's really cool when you start working on it. And it, like she said, it does take a while. So I remember that. Like, you can't see it moving until you get at least a few rows. And then you see it and you're like, oh, okay.
This pattern repeats, I think, after, her chart goes up 26 rows.
There you go.
And then you just, keep building from there. You can keep going as high as you want.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Mosaic crochet. It's fun. I can't wait to do more mosaic crochet projects because I love that technique. I think it's really cool. It looks like weaving. You can do all kinds of pictures that way.
You have a lot more flexibility.
Yeah.
With
and
that.
it's a thick blanket because you're basically kind of doubling up on top of the row below.
Right.
So it's nice and warm. There's not a lot of holes or spaces in it. So it's cool.
Unlike my shell pattern. The light and
shell
airy.
blanket. Yeah.
This is really cool. Yeah. So if you've done a mosaic that's not this fox one, or something different, tell us and show us, please.
Yes, send us your pictures.
Yeah.
You can always email us at theominousstitch@gmail.com.
We would love it.
Or post any of your pictures on our social because we want to see the projects that you guys are doing. We follow some of you on social.
Follow you.
We stalk you just like you stalk us. And we know you guys are doing some really cool things. Like there's so many projects that I see you guys doing that I want to do.
Yep.
Maybe we should start featuring those.
Oh,
We'll contact you guys and see if we can get permission to feature some of your projects, and we'll try our hands at them.
Oh,
that'd be fun.
Angela will do great.
I just have to have the time to do it.
All the time.
Oh,
man.
We always need time. Speaking of time, is it time for story time?
Yes, it's story time.
Yay!
So as Angela said and sang, we start in Georgia today.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through or night through. I'm messing up the words.
Yeah.
Don't come at me. I'm sorry.
We want to drive at night though, because that's when the spooky times happen anyway.
Spooky times.
Right?
So what's going down in Georgia?
In Georgia.
The devil went down to Georgia.
Oh my gosh, that's a fun song. Okay, in the small town of Brooklet, Georgia, where they celebrate the annual Brooklet Peanut Festival and host historical reenactments of the Civil War, we have a creepy railroad bed road, also known as Ghost Road.
Ghost Road.
And another website, it was called Robertson Road. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but we're going to call it Ghost Road.
Yeah, that's way more fun.
Yeah, it is. The small stretch of a road, it's less than a mile long,
Ooh.
was supposedly an old railroad track.
Ah.
The legend is that a man was decapitated by a train there.
No.
But in his afterlife, he still searches for his missing head.
Oh, where's my head?
It's like the ghost. It's like a Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, yeah.
And he's got his head in a little
thing. In the
there.
lantern
Yep,
thing.
yep.
Yeah.
Many who visit this road claim to see a headless ghost wandering around. Yeah. Some even see the ghost digging a ditch in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
And this is either him digging his grave or digging up a buried human head. What's creepy is if the ghost spots you, it will approach your car in anger, but then vanishes before it reaches you.
But he doesn't have a head. How does he spot you?
I don't know.
He can sense your presence.
That's true. Yeah. It's the afterlife. You can do whatever you want.
That's true.
There you go.
You don't need eyes.
No, you don't. You just got your spirit.
Yeah.
Most claim to see a light in the distance on the road when no one is around. Filmmaker Jason Martin actually released a movie about the old ghost road in September of 2022.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should watch it.
Yeah, because him and his brother saw a bright white light in his youth.
Oh.
Yeah, it has taken him over 20 years to complete the documentary about the legend of Old Ghost Road. Like I said, the movie is now free on YouTube.
Yeah.
While Martin witnessed a white light, most say they see an orange or red light on the road.
Ooh.
Yeah. What's even creepier to me, at the end of the road, there's supposedly a small cemetery. Yeah. People who visit the street have heard and even seen ghost dogs trying to dig up graves.
Ghost dogs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Supposedly it's their owner's graves.
Oh, my heart.
Right?
That would so be your dog.
It would be.
Oh my gosh.
That's my dog. This
Her
morning.
dog is so attached to her.
Obsessed.
He's so obsessed with her.
It's like it even when my husband's home trying to like give him love, he's like, nope, I
He's
want
like,
my
no,
mom.
I want my mom.
I need my mommy.
Yes. You guys, we watched him while they went away for Christmas. And so we had him for about 9 or 10 days, something like that. And he, he was happy. He enjoyed spending time with my dog, Rosie. He enjoyed his time on the farm. He was a good dog. He bonded with my kids. But the second he saw Nicole, he climbed up on her lap.
It's like trying to get on me.
Oh my gosh. Just the way that he looked at her and she looked at him. It's so...
He's my dog.
I know. He's so your dog.
Definitely my dog. But there you go. So yeah, ghost doggies.
Oh, ghost dogs.
It was very sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to leave Georgia now.
Okay.
This one may be my favorite this episode.
Oh,
We'll see. We go to Florida, where I was born.
Oh, yeah.
Florida. I believe we come to our first interstate that has a very well-known haunted section.
Ooh.
If you live in Florida. A 1/4-mile patch of the I-4 north of Orlando, Florida.
Hey.
Has a pretty ominous history.
Uh-oh.
This area passes over the St. Johns River in Seminole County as you make your way between Daytona and Orlando. The area used to be just wilderness and a sand road and said to be equipped with a hand-operated river ferry. Then in 1886, a railroad station was built, and Henry Sanford owned the land at this point. He wanted to help the Roman Catholic Church to build a colony there, and they would name it St. Joseph's Colony. He found 4 German immigrant families who agreed to move and live there, and found Felix Swemberg, a Catholic priest, to oversee the settlement. But soon after these families arrived, an outbreak of yellow fever took place in 1887.
Oh, no.
And wiped out 4 members of one immigrant family. Father Swemberg was in Tampa at this point, helping others who were hit with the yellow fever epidemic. So the deceased family of 4 were moved to the woods in fear that the fever was contagious.
Uh-oh.
One website claims the bodies were even burned in the woods, but one says they were just buried. Mm-hmm. Either way, Father Swemberg was supposed to return to perform the last rites of the buried victims. But alas, he succumbed to yellow fever in Tampa and also died.
Oh.
By 1890, St. Joseph's Colony evolved into the rural town of Lake Monroe, which was after the local lake. Mm-hmm. D.V. Warren purchased the land for farming, but made sure not to touch the small cemetery that was there.
Okay, good. That's smart.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes.
Don't disturb the dead.
Don't touch them.
If you learned anything from Poltergeist,
that's a very good learning movie.
Yes, don't build on top of a cemetery.
Don't you touch them. In 1905, the land was then purchased by Albert S. Hawkins, and by then the wooden markers that exhibited the names of the family were erased by nature and looked like a small, desolated island amidst the cultivated farmland.
Uh-oh.
From here,
I see no good coming of this.
Nope. Hawkins leased his land to other farmers, but warned them not to touch or mess with the small burial site. Yet the story goes that one farmer ignored his message.
Of course.
Yep. And attempted to remove the wire fence that surrounded the graves. That same day, his house mysteriously burned down.
Whoa.
Then, even Hawkins himself didn't listen to his own warning. Or this happened after he told other farmers. Either way, the timeline is really obscure. What we know is that Hawkins tried removing the rotting wooden markers on the graves themselves.
Oh, no.
Then a home that he had on the edge of that field also burned down.
Dude, don't touch the dead, man.
His wife was convinced that the fire was not a coincidence. So rather a result of the grave markers. So Hawkins replaced the markers soon after.
Okay, good.
Put it back.
Good job.
Hawkins did rebuild his house in that same spot.
Okay.
However, his new home seemed to experience very strange things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He noted that a small rocking chair would start to rock all on its own. And that his children's toys would move on their own.
Oh, no.
Just like Poltergeist.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yes.
Neighbors reported to Hawkins that they had seen strange lights around the gravesite at night at the same time.
Dude.
In the early 1950s, the legend goes that a young boy decided to disturb the graves.
Crazy kids. Come on.
Nope. The very next night, he was struck and killed by a drunk driver.
Dude.
The driver was never identified or caught.
Because it was a ghost.
Could have been.
Bad juju. That dude.
Don't you touch him.
Those people are serious.
Yeah.
Like, do not disturb me. Do not move me.
I do not want to be moved. They didn't have their last rites. So
they're waiting for it. Has anybody gone to perform last rites?
Not that I know of.
Why not? You should.
Know, right?
Oh.
The Florida government then purchased the Hawkins farm in 1959 to prepare for Interstate 4. They decided then that the graves should be relocated Alas, they never were.
Oh, no.
Due to time constraints and the age of the graves, they decided to build over them.
No.
Apparently, one of the engineers was even quoted saying, "It's not an ancient Indian burial ground. They're just a few old bones."
Oh, my gosh.
Famous last words.
Oh, were they famous? What? No.
So,
okay.
he didn't die. But,
Oh, okay.
but those are just famous last words. Okay.
Yeah.
September 1960. All they did was pour dirt on top of the graves in order to raise the highway up.
Ugh.
At the same exact time they were doing this, Hurricane Donna was tearing up the southern region of Florida, and the path looked as if it was on its way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Uh-huh.
However,
It did a sudden turn, didn't it?
inexplicably, it changed its course somehow. It's very
Yep.
weird. And made its way up Florida to where Interstate 4 was being built. In fact, the eye of the hurricane supposedly passed directly over the old German grave site at midnight on September 10th, 1960.
Dude.
The damage Hurricane Donna dealt delayed the construction of the highway for almost a month and caused millions of dollars of damage to many areas in central Florida. It also was the cause of many tragic deaths. So what I did, I wanted to show you because I wanted to double check this. Okay.
Yep.
So here I blew it up.
Right.
This is Interstate 4 right here. That was
Right,
being built.
right.
It was going this way. That it shows you 9:10, 8 p.m., 9:11, 2 a.m. That's right where.
It went right along.
So here's
before.
a bigger photo.
Definitely
Of it.
changed course.
It changed course.
It boomerangs.
It boomeranged. Yeah.
So oh, that's crazy. So it enters through the southern tip of Florida, and then
It looked like it was going to go straight that way.
Yeah,
right?
it should have gone straight
into the
through
Gulf of Mexico.
straight into the Gulf. That would be a normal path for, I grew up in Houston. I'm used to hurricanes and you know how they go, but it just boomerangs.
It boomerang.
It doesn't usually do that. Usually once it enters the Gulf, it continues, and it definitely, it touches the southern tip of Florida, and it's barely in the Gulf.
Yep.
But then it boomerangs back to the Atlantic, which is
Central
crazy.
Florida.
It usually doesn't do that until it gets more into the Gulf. Wow.
Coincidence?
That's crazy.
Okay, quick jump in time with an eerie thing. Another coincidence, though.
Okay.
In 2004, Hurricane Charlie took almost the exact same route that Hurricane Donna did.
Ooh.
It had made its way over the graves again, and even more creepier, construction was again happening around the graves when the hurricane passed over.
Dude, I'm like, this. There's something about these road trip series. I keep hitting Nicole. So you would have to wear like padding.
Thankfully, she's not like beating me up.
No, they're gentle pats.
But Charlie was referred to as the I-4 hurricane.
Yeah, because it went right up the I-4.
Now it went up the I-4. Yep.
Oh, that's so crazy. Oops, sorry, loud noise.
You're all good. Now, I didn't tell you from the start.
Okay.
But this stretch of I-4 is known as the dead zone.
Dun, dun, dun.
So obviously part of that was the graves, but I saved it because I wanted to give you the strange history of the area. This interstate area is known to have a high number of car accidents, electronic malfunctions, and ghost sightings. Some claim it is the most haunted highway in the U.S. because of this.
Dude.
First,
Uh-huh.
on the first day I-4 was opened in 1963. Now, quick note, parts were completed and opened to the public in 1963, but the entire I-4 was not completely finished until 1965. So anybody looking this up,
We know.
You know,
Yeah.
63 wasn't completely finished. But
there
this
were parts
area
that were open.
was,
Yeah. Okay.
A tractor trailer carrying frozen shrimp lost control and jackknifed directly above the old German graves. The first day it opened.
Dude.
First day. Approximately 440 accidents happened at this specific area of I-4
my gosh.
between 1999 and 2006. So a very small amount of area.
99 to 2006.
440.
Holy bajolies, Nicole.
Right? But it is believed that between 1,500 and 2,000 accidents have happened since the opening. That's just the rough estimate.
Oh my gosh.
So many people.
Dudes, you could have moved like just I don't know, 100 yards away from the bodies. Just, oh my
They
gosh.
left them alone, but they didn't. Now, I believe the dead zone nickname refers mostly to the electronic interference most drivers and truck drivers experience in this stretch of highway. Cell phones, radios, and CBs stop working. Some have even claimed to hear disembodied voices on the CBs, such as someone asking, "Who's there?" or "Why?" But then when drivers try to respond, there is nobody on the other end.
Oh, crazy.
Some drivers have claimed to hear sounds of snarling or growling coming from their radios.
No, that's not good.
What's crazy is that there are no cell phone or radio antennas in that area. I didn't fact check this, but if I'm wrong, let me know.
Okay.
So it's even more mysterious though where the strange sounds are coming from. So there's no antenna to
right.
bounce anything back.
Yeah. So, ooh.
Where's it coming from?
Ooh.
As far as the ghosties, people have claimed to see ghost cars, shadow people, ghostly apparitions of hitchhikers, thick fog that appears out of nowhere. It is close to a lake, but you know,
Yeah.
and even feeling cold spots. There are legends of seeing pioneer ghosts standing by the busy highway at night.
Oh.
Some say they've witnessed unexplained balls of light that zigzag above the road. Some have reported seeing the ghostly apparition of a young woman in a flowing white dress or nightgown on the side of the road.
Woman in white.
Yep, always. And what I really don't like,
Oh, no.
some drivers stated an unseen force took control over their vehicles.
Nope. Don't like
I
that.
don't like that.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah. On weirdus.com, someone wrote in that they had 2 accidents in the middle of the dead zone. 2 different accidents in 2 different months, and they won't be driving on the I-4 again.
Yeah.
Another person,
I wouldn't either.
Another person claimed that there are limestone deposits
Limestone.
close to the surface of the dead zone, which may account for all the weird radio and phone activity. But if they are limestone deposits, maybe that's keeping the poor family who passed away around.
Yeah.
So that's that dead zone.
That's good.
Yeah. So
That's good. See, we have a picture of it. Yay.
Yeah. So this is kind of that area. There's a lake, right?
Yeah.
That's where the graves are supposed to be, like right underneath right here.
That's a good one.
Florida. We go to Alabama.
Alabama.
Sweet home.
Sweet. Oh my gosh. I missed that song cue. My brain was stuck in like Forrest Gump. I wasn't in Leonard. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama.
There you go.
Yeah. Skies are so blue.
So
Yes.
I had such a hard time choosing between 2 haunted roads in Alabama that I had a back and forth text with you
Yes, you
to
did.
figure this out.
Yes. Which one did you go with?
So let me just say,
Uh-huh.
Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama was a close contender. Let me talk about it real quick.
Okay.
So many people wrote into AlabamaHauntedHouses.com with their personal stories of Highway 5. So let me quick recount. I didn't want to just like leave this out because it's a close second.
Yeah. I want to hear this.
The legend goes, on a rainy night in Lynn, a teenage girl was driving back from prom with her boyfriend when they got into a big argument, and she wanted him to stop the car and let her out. He complied, and she started walking home when she was hit by an 18-wheeler.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the driver left the scene of the crime, and her body was found the next morning in a ditch. Now, when truck drivers are on Highway 5, they see the girl either trying to climb the side of the truck to see if it was her killer, or they feel her presence. One of the personal, so this is like an urban legend. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. No, so many people wrote in. One of the personal stories says a trucker in front of them driving on Highway 5. So they're in a car, big trucks in front of them.
Right.
They're at night.
Yes.
It started swerving erratically and pulled over. They pulled over with him, and when he gets out of the truck, he said he had hit a girl.
Oh.
He was so intent that he hit a girl. They called 911. They all came out. They couldn't find a body or indication that he hit anybody.
I got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control.
I'm losing control. My God. Wasn't that creepy?
That was a good one.
See, so that's why I was like so torn, but
I
chose a good one, I think.
Okay.
But on to the haunted road as I chose.
Okay.
It's called Jack Cole Road in Hayden.
Jack Cole Road.
Jack Cole Road. This is an unpaved road that is surrounded by a very dense forest off Highway 7 in Blount County. It's less than a half mile long. Again, very, very small.
Very short. Yeah.
But with a lot of history. I tried to get a picture of it. I couldn't find a good one. This was from TikTok. Someone did. But it's a small little tiny road.
Yeah.
Okay. Every website I researched claims that there have been at least 68 deaths on this road since 1890.
Dude.
Is it haunted by actual people or something else?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because
I have an idea
Yeah.
because of the texting, but I'm
Yeah.
excited.
But
Okay.
not only do people see and hear strange things, but some also claim to see a Bigfoot-like creature.
Yes. yes.
That's why I chose it. It makes her happy.
It does. I love Bigfoot.
Yep. The supposed history.
Uh-huh.
There was a hospital built on Jack Cole Road a long time ago, and sadly a cholera outbreak happened in the hospital that killed many people in 1900.
Ooh.
Supposedly their spirits still linger on the road, and both travelers and residents have seen them.
Dude.
Yeah. Then in the early 1900s, hunters in the woods stumbled across a cabin that looked uninhabited, but when they peeked inside, they found the mummified remains of a woman.
No.
No.
Oh, no.
I would not want to touch that.
No.
Apparently, people believed she was a witch.
Oh my gosh.
And that is why there's so much spookiness surrounding the road. But the cabin has since burned down. However, again,
Of course.
Yep. Legend goes that her spirit still haunts the area where her cabin once stood.
Oh man.
Next, in the late 1960s, a local fruit grower farmer lived at the end of Jack Cole Road and was found brutally murdered with an axe.
Dude.
It was one of the most gruesome and disturbing murders the town of Hayden had ever witnessed, and there are no reports of ever finding the killer.
Oh my gosh. It's the same person that mummified the witch. They came back and then they hatcheted that guy. Oh,
Taking care of all the people on that road.
no. Ooh. No.
The following true story
Uh-huh.
is really creepy, and I did stumble upon some actual articles. Okay.
Okay.
James Spider Martin, he goes by Spider, was an American photographer known for his work documenting the American Civil Rights Movement in 1965 and lived in Alabama.
Okay.
You can look him up.
Okay.
He was praised for his work, and his photographs were published in Life, Time, Saturday Evening Post, etc. However, tragically, on April 8th of 2003, he took his own life in Blount Springs.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, all paranormal sites claim it was in his home on Jack Cole Road. He apparently claimed to have seen strange and unexplainable things inside his residence and felt the presence of something odd in the woods just a few days before his death.
Dude. I don't like that.
Right?
Ooh, no.
Right? I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Now, I can't find any more about the Bigfoot-like creature found
Aw,
on the road.
man.
I know. Some just say they see a big, hairy, Bigfoot-like man along the road. Some say it's half wolf, half man. That's it. That's all I got. I was like, I want more. No,
It's a werewolf.
it's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yep. People have claimed to see strange lights in the woods and even hear loud sounds that they can't explain. Lastly, this is another creepy true story.
Okay.
That I love those true stories.
Yeah.
The biggest mystery that has happened on this road that's been in the news in 2015.
Ooh.
Very
recent.
Felicia Ann Weaver, who went by Lisa.
Okay.
She was living with her ex-husband and two older sons on Jack Cole Road as she suffered from COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Right.
She required oxygen and assistance, and they were willing to help take care of her. Lisa and her ex got along just fine. They were more like actually best friends.
Oh.
So there wasn't any bad blood.
Okay.
So she needed help. They were willing to help out. And she could barely get around on her own. Note that. Okay.
Okay.
On Thursday, February 5th, 2015, a fire broke out in the house.
Oh no.
No one was home except for most likely Lisa. As mentioned, she could barely get around without any assistance. And Lisa's car was still at the home. Her son Michael said he was texting with her that whole day up until 2:30 p.m. when he said he was on his way home, but he didn't receive a response. So that's when he got worried. And when he came home, the house was ablaze.
Oh my gosh.
When firefighters put out the fire and searched the home, they did find the remains of the family's 3 dogs, but no human remains.
Where did Felicia go?
They were 100% sure Lisa was not home when the fire broke out.
Where did she go? Her car was there, yeah? And she was basically
She can't
immobile.
In the hours and days that followed, there were search parties for Lisa that involved cadaver dogs and helicopters. Lisa's daughter-in-law said she could barely walk 100 yards without having to stop and catch her breath. So everyone was baffled that she just disappeared. Her family believes she was either taken or left on her free will, but how?
Yeah.
They also believe she would have contacted someone to let them know she was okay.
Yeah.
After investigating the home, authorities weren't sure what sparked the blaze, but ruled out any accelerants.
Oh, okay. So we don't know what happened.
To this day, her missing case remains unsolved and a mystery. Where did Lisa Weaver go?
Her name is Felicia, right?
Yes.
Bye, Felicia. Sorry, I had to. But
Bye,
man,
Felicia.
Lisa.
Where is she? So I looked and looked. There's nothing updated about her case. She is just gone. How? Where? Jack Cole Road.
Holy bajolies. There's something evil on that road, Nicole.
Right? Something took her. Maybe it was that Bigfoot creature.
It's the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot mummified the woman. Axe
murdered
murdered the one
I don't think he
dude
needed to axe murder anything.
and
Because of
stole
Bigfoot.
Felicia.
Where'd she go?
I don't know.
It's like, and her family's worried about her. So no one, and none of the family was like, we didn't do anything with her. They're all gone. And the house was like, where is she?
Lisa, if you're listening to this podcast, please drop us a line at theominousstitch@gmail.com.
Please tell us where you are.
Lisa, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Lisa? Let us know. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But isn't that creepy? Like all of that on Jack Hole Road.
That is crazy.
And it's not a big road. It's like
a tiny little less than a mile, right?
Yep.
And there was a suicide, a mummification,
an
missing
axe murder.
person, axe murder.
Mm-hmm. Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
what is up with that road?
That's why I chose that road.
Ooh wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
feels.
good one. That's creepy. We
I
are
just feel
not
bad.
taking Jack Cole Road on our road trip.
No, I don't want to take that. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can drive around it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go on to Mississippi though.
Mississippi.
Mississippi. And all the haunted roads and bridges
Mississippi.
I've discussed so far.
Uh-huh.
I think I've only had one tale of devil worshiper cults, but here we go with another.
Oh, sweet sassy. Here we go.
Mississippi. All right. We make our way to Waynesboro Shibuya Road, also known as Devil Worshipper Road,
No.
in Waynesboro, Mississippi. This road's spookiness lends itself to the legend that there were sacrifices made by a satanic cult on this road.
Oh, no.
However, most think it's due to the Goat Man.
Goat man, ferry me across the sea. That's not the real song. It's Boat Man, but
I was like, well, that's a new
I
song.
had to change it.
Good job.
Okay.
Yes, Goat Man. And he's not
Goat
Krampus.
Man. Okay.
Goat Man.
Goat Man.
So the legend goes, once he was a local farmer who worshipped Satan and then eventually sold his soul to the devil for power. And alas, he was tricked and the devil turned him into the Goat Man.
Dude.
People have
Don't make
claimed,
bargains with the devil.
no, he will always trick you.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who have claimed to see him state he's over 7 feet tall,
Oh, wow.
has furry legs and an animal-like head with horns and glowing eyes. Apparently, he carries a pitchfork or an axe and appears and disappears on command. Those who have seen him say he appears in front of their stalled car, then intently stared at them.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing
I
he
don't
just
like
disappeared
that.
after that.
I
But
don't like that.
that's all we got.
If he stares at you and leaves you alone, I guess that's okay. But no,
No.
I'm peeing my pants.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not-
going to hide in my car.
Yeah,
I'm going to
no.
sink down.
I'm going to cry.
I'm going to sink down.
No.
If it's not the goat man's appearance that frightens drivers, some say just driving down the road, their car will shut down unexpectedly.
No.
Leaving them stranded. Sometimes these stalled cars will experience the car shaking, and some even find unexplained handprints on their car.
No.
On MississippiHauntedHouses.com, a few people wrote in with their own experiences of lights flickering, ominous feelings, headlights not working, and even someone put baby powder on the outside of their car because they didn't believe it, turned it off, and waited. When they finally left and got out of the car, they saw handprints in the baby powder.
I was going to say bad words. No.
Kept it PG.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Why? Okay. People, do not tempt fate. I know we talk about tempting fate all the time here on the podcast. And we have, gone ghost hunting and stuff. But like,
Isn't that creepy?
That's too over the top to go seek it out like
Mississippi.
that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Another road I think I'm going to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to put baby powder all over our car.
I don't want to see Goat Man. Nope.
No.
I'm good.
It reminds me too much of the Ritual, the movie that we saw.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was creepy.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Yep.
Tennessee. We're going to go to Tennessee now. I was torn, just like Alabama.
I'm torn.
I wanted to report on Drummond's Bridge in Briceville, Tennessee, but it's abandoned and not really used as a road per se.
Oh, so it's be breaking your rules.
So I didn't.
Okay.
But just know, because I couldn't leave
I'm not
alone.
doing this one, but just
know. It's haunted by an actual historic ghost.
Who?
Richard Dick Drummond. He was hung from the bridge for the alleged murder of soldier William Lafferty during the Coal Creek War in the 1890s.
Ooh.
So if you want to take a jaunt, this place is very ominous, and people do see and hear things from him.
Ooh.
It's in the
what's
newspaper.
his name?
Dick Drummond, Richard Dick Drummond. He's a very handsome man too.
Ooh.
Yeah. But some say it was a skirmish between the soldier and a woman because he liked the ladies and ladies liked him. Some say it was the Coal Creek War and he just did it. But yeah, they basically murdered him because he killed the soldier. Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to, one of the stories, he was trying to defend the woman that the soldier was going after.
I think so. Yeah, I think he something about a lady. But yeah, he's there apparently. It's creepy.
Ooh, Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
However,
we're not talking about him.
No, we're not. No, we are not going to go into him.
Okay.
We're going to go to the Sensabaugh Tunnel in Kingsport.
A tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah. There are many websites that talk about how haunted this place is, but just like many other haunted roads, there's some obscure stories about why it's spooky.
Okay.
What we know.
Okay.
The tunnel was built in the early 1900s, and the land was owned by Edward Sensabaugh, but that's as much as we really know for sure.
Okay.
Okay. The first spooky version is that a homeless man broke into the Sensabaugh family home, kidnapped the baby.
Oh.
And when Mr. Sensabaugh chased the man into the nearby tunnel, he was unfortunately too late, and the kidnapper drowned the baby.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you go steal a baby to kill it?
I don't know. He's
that makes
stupid.
no sense. I thought we were going like Rumpelstiltskin here for a second. Like, what's my name?
What's my name? No. But the more popular legend, that was kind of in one little website, but the more popular legend is that Edward Sensabaugh went insane, just like every other story we've learned about, and decided to murder his entire family.
Yay!
This included the newborn baby and tossed all of their bodies in the creek in the tunnel. I know. There are a few other legends too, like the woman who stalled driving through the tunnel and went to search for help but was never seen again, right? Or another legend in that a young pregnant woman who was chased into the tunnel, by who or what, no idea, but she apparently gave birth to her child before dying soon after. There's all these legends about babies, okay?
Yeah. Why do we have to throw babies into this? Because you hear babies crying. Is that it?
Bingo!
Oh.
Many who have traveled through the tunnel hear phantom babies' cries. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Also, folklore warned travelers that if you drive through the tunnel A ghostly woman will appear in your back seat.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion again.
Haunted Mansion. Others have claimed that if you drive into the tunnel, then park your car in the middle.
Why? Don't
you
do that.
Again, and turn off your engine, apparently.
Of course, yeah.
You won't be able to turn the car back on, and you'll need to push the car out of the tunnel manually before it will turn back on.
Dude.
I don't want to do that.
Don't know.
Don't mess with my car.
Just dangerous even without tempting ghosts.
Exactly. Stupid. I think it's pretty stupid. Visitors also report seeing unnatural shadows, ghosts, and even heard screams. Even if it's not technically haunted, it is a place that is hard to drive through, as it would only fit a medium-sized car, and the tunnel is often flooded.
Oh, man.
You probably don't want to go
Yeah,
into it.
don't go into it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there are a lot of news reports about it. It's pretty creepy.
Oh, okay. So we won't go there, but we'll go visit Dick, even though it's not really a road.
I would go to the tunnel. Yeah, the bridge, I mean.
The bridge,
I would go to
yeah.
the bridge. All right, we're going to go on to our last state for
Oh,
this
okay.
episode, okay? We're going to Kentucky.
Kentucky.
We now travel to Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville,
where we visit a popular named road, Sleepy Hollow Road.
Yay!
We needed to have one of those,
yes,
right?
we do. Oh, look how pretty. That is such a pretty picture.
Yeah. So all sides joke, you won't see a headless horseman chasing you through the night. However, you might just see a hearse chasing you instead. Right?
That's more fun.
That's more fun, yep. This idyllic road during the day, as you saw.
It's beautiful.
Very quaint. It's with trees on either side of you, but at night the mood quickly changes.
I'm sure.
But yes, there have been multiple reports that an old hearse will appear out of nowhere in the pitch black,
dude,
tailing innocent victims at crazy speeds.
Oh,
Jeepers Creepers,
yeah.
No, it's okay. It causes people to drive faster, and either the car pulls around them and then they see the old hearse, or it runs drivers off the road. What's scary is if you are run off the road being so dark, you never know if you'll find the safety in a large shoulder or drop 30 feet into an embankment.
Dude, no.
That can happen.
Yeah, no.
Scary, right?
Yeah. Don't, no. You let the guy pass. You slow down, you let the guy pass.
Yeah. Just don't go into the embankment.
Yeah. If it's a ghost car, he'll just drive through you. It's
That's
okay.
true.
You're not going to.
Yeah, it won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Along this road, another infamous named spot holds spooky trouble. Cry Baby Bridge.
No, not another baby.
I know, all of them, right?
This like breaks my heart.
I know. The legend, which is commonly told, is that back when the bridge was made of wood centuries ago, it's now thankfully steel and concrete. They had pictures of it. Women would come to this bridge and throw their unwanted babies into the water.
No. Oh, no.
I know.
That's so sad.
Again, though, like you said, back then, women didn't have a lot of rights. They didn't have a lot of things.
Didn't have choices. And if you can't afford to take care of a kid
if
you
it wasn't
may
even
not have even wanted to conceive. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was forced upon you.
Yes. Yep.
That's still heartbreaking.
It's very heartbreaking. Now on quiet nights under a full moon, travelers will hear wails of babies or the cries of desperate mothers.
Oh.
Another creepy reoccurrence on this road. Some travelers claim to have lost time driving on this road.
What?
Yes, I love this.
No. This is too much like I'm like shaking my hands. This is too much like I hate that.
Time portal.
Yes. Oh no, I don't want to get stuck in a time portal.
We're in a time portal.
Oh no. How much time do they lose?
Not much, but someone wrote into the Facebook page that is dedicated to Sleepy Hollow Road. It took them an hour to get to a highway where it should have only taken 10 minutes.
Dude.
While driving that road.
How? Time portal.
Another one, this guy was like very honest. He's like, yes, I drive really fast. So this guy was like, I drive almost like 70 miles an hour on that street when I know I shouldn't. I drive a good car. He wrote all this stuff down. And he said a quick trip on that road that should have taken 5 minutes at the speeds he was going took he timed it 15 minutes. So he gained 10 minutes somehow. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
But somehow there's a little time portal in there.
No. I don't like time portals.
What if you lost like days? That would be creepy. You're driving and you're like, it's a Tuesday and you come out, it's like a Friday.
No.
Oh, that would be so creepy. Let's go try it.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't like that.
We
No.
don't have enough time as it is, right?
Yes, I need more time, not
Not
less.
Lastly,
Okay.
an area around Sleepy Hollow, this is not cool,
Uh-oh.
has been known to have satanic rituals and devil worshippers.
No.
Most likely an actual cult, and that small area is known as Devil's Point. These rituals happened mostly in the 70s and 80s. Yes, they did happen. And people driving in this area would see bonfires and figures in dark robes. Another person chimed in about this on that Facebook page. I grew up on a large farm at the top of the hill of 1694, also known as Sleepy Hollow. And yes, throughout the years, satanic chanting took place down the hill of our property.
Dude.
We could hear several in their chanting, and it would go on for what seemed like hours, but I'm sure it wasn't. I hated having to ride the bus on the road every day. People were always having accidents through the curves.
Dude.
We raised goats
Oh no.
and would
they
have
steal the
goats come up missing from their pen. Something I'll never forget.
Oh man.
Creepy, right?
Yes.
Sleepy Hollow Road
Sleepy Hollow Road in Kentucky.
in Kentucky. Wow. And that's where we leave off. What's your favorite road?
It's so good. It's so good.
Right?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. My head is spinning with all the
There's
roads.
so many roads, huh? We've gone for a long time. Well,
The Florida one is crazy.
the I-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. The dead zone. I think
Yeah.
that's a tie between that one and Jack Cole Road in Alabama.
Yeah.
With the missing people.
There's so much stuff going on Jack Cole Road for such a tiny road.
For such a small road. And an actual true story of somebody missing in the last, 10 years now?
Yes. That's crazy.
Even?
Oh, Lisa, where are you?
Yeah.
We should make shirts. Lisa, where are you?
Where are you? Please don't be it's been 8 years and she wasn't really healthy. I'm sure she's not alive anymore. Sorry to say. But where did she go?
I don't know.
Sad, huh?
Oh my gosh.
And then what did Spider Martin see that
That made him, yeah.
I'm sure that wasn't really a direct result of his suicide, but maybe, you never know. What
Maybe.
did he see?
I don't know. Wow.
So there you go. Road tripping.
Across the USA.
We're stopping in Kentucky.
Come jump in with us. If we have not covered your state, we will. But if you guys have a story that you want to add to our stories, we would love to add that. So if we haven't hit your state, or if we have hit your state and you want us to come back and visit it, then drop us a line at theominousstitch@gmail.com. You can also go over to our page on Podbean. That is where we host our little podcast here, podbean.com, and look up The Ominous Stitch podcast. You can also decide to become a patron. You don't have to, but we would very much appreciate it. And it's just another way for us to connect with you, and we will send you stuff. We will give you shout outs. We will give you special little things here and there. It's another way for us to connect with our wonderful community. Comment on all our socials. Send us things that you guys are making. Send us stories, because we do want to do listener stories. Connect with us because we want to connect with you.
Yes.
That was such a good story time. I'm exhausted.
It's a long road trip, huh?
It is a long road trip, but are we ready to go on another one for movie time?
Oh, yes. Let's do movie time.
Oh, movie time.
This week's movie, Southbound. Released in 2015. It got 5.9 stars.
Hashtag Lisa, where are you?
I love it. All right. Synopsis. Maybe she's in Southbound.
Oh, no.
We'll have to talk about the...
Yeah.
5 interlocking tales of terror follow the fates of a group of wary travelers who confront their worst nightmares and darkest secrets over one long night on a desolate stretch of desert highway. What a movie. I've never heard of this movie.
I know. She'd never heard of it. And she's like, okay, it's on theme. They're on a road trip. Yeah. And, let's watch it. It's free. Let's watch it. Yeah. Never heard of it.
Nope. It even said it's kind of like Tales from the Crypt, which we loved. Remember?
Yeah, we love Tales from... Yeah, but Tales from a Crypt is tongue-in-cheek and funny.
Yes, it was.
Southbound was not.
I think it took itself too seriously.
Yeah, it did. It took itself too seriously. First of all, it's confusing. Like the movie starts and I'm like, what is going on with these people? I don't understand the first story, and then it just ends really quick.
Yeah.
And at that point, I didn't know that these
was
stories.
A bunch of tales.
Yeah. I was like, why is this movie starting in the middle of it? And then I texted Nicole. I was like, what is going on with this movie? And she's like, oh, these stories interlock and they kind of come back. And then you kind of start following the thread and you're like, okay, I guess they do interlock.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, very loosely. It's
Right.
more like they're kind of passing each other. And you, like, some people are involved in other people's stories.
Right.
But
especially at the end, like it comes full circle.
Yeah, it comes back full circle.
But I don't know. I think after reading about it, because I was like, let me read about this. Maybe it'll make it better. There are some things about it that I think you really do. If you do watch this movie, you've got to watch it closely.
Okay.
Because
I was crocheting, so I may have missed some things.
I was working. Lunch break working.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I was trying to do a bunch of things all at once, trying to finish this movie in time for and I was like, this is weird. Spoiler alert, like you were saying, there's 5 stories. I'm going to jump straight to this.
Okay.
The reason why this is so weird and all this going on, the whole theory is that they're in purgatory.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Like, that's what it felt like.
Yes.
Because
the weird creatures.
Some people are like, I want to be here. Other people are like, we work here and we make these things happen. And so to me, it's kind of like, okay, go with me on this. Okay. So it's like The Good Place, right? Have you seen The Good Place? I love The Good Place. The Good Place. Yep. And they kind of modify, without giving anything away, but I'm giving things away.
That's fine.
They modify hell into a type of purgatory where you keep repeating things until you learn life's lessons and then you get to go to heaven.
Yes.
Yeah.
You choose a different path.
Right. And so it sort of like that because some people are working there to get the people to
get all those demons.
Yeah, all these demons are there to get people to understand their fate and the choices that they make, and this is what you deserve. Right. There are some people that choose to continue to live in purgatory,
like the sister.
The sister chooses to live there. The guy from the first story, I think his name was Mitch.
I don't remember his name.
Okay. But yeah, there was a guy in the first.
The bigger one or the taller one?
The
bigger one.
The bigger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with his daughter that probably most likely got raped and murdered or something.
Yes. And
which we don't know.
We don't know what happened to his daughter.
But we know something
But we know something bad happened to his daughter because that led him to make the choices that he made. Right. Which you find out
at the end.
Mm-hmm. And he chooses to stay there. Like he's like, I'm not trying to leave. This is where I need to be. I belong here. Mm-hmm. And you find out that the people that are choosing to be there know that they made mistakes. They killed people. Right. There are people that are like, that don't want to face up to the fact that they killed people. So then they wind up having to face their own kind of demise or outcomes. You know, they pay for their mistakes. We'll do it that way. Okay. And then there's the one guy who's like, I don't deserve this, and he got to leave.
Which one?
The surgery guy.
Yeah.
You kind of skipped that story. You're like, I don't want to watch this.
Oh no,
one.
I've seen it. No, he did
okay.
leave. You're right.
Yeah, he got to leave because he's like, it's not my fault. It was dark and I tried to do the right thing.
Right. He tried to help.
Oh,
I hate that one.
Yeah.
That was a terrible one.
Yeah. It's pretty gory.
Okay, so my beef with this.
Yeah.
The girls. That's a story with the girls.
Yeah.
That drank the Kool-Aid, ate the meat.
Ate the beast. Right? Yeah.
What did they do that was so bad? Like obviously they're like entailing that their friend died and that if she wasn't doing some guy, she wouldn't have left. That's stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
That was not her fault.
It's
that
not
girl
her fault.
Chose to leave. She has a little guilt over it, but that shouldn't be like,
she shouldn't.
But all 3 of them didn't do it. The other 2 girls didn't do anything.
Yeah, so why are the other 2
why are they
being
stuck
forced to join the cult or whatever?
The weird double cult? Like, that one didn't make sense to be in purgatory.
Yeah, well, they had a choice and they chose to eat the
Eat
meat.
the food.
Yeah. And
guess.
and the one band leader was like,
She didn't eat.
She didn't want to follow
Yeah.
them home. She didn't want to go home with them.
She was very
so she
sure,
was very
yeah.
the voice of reason.
Right.
Was like, so what happens? These girls, their van breaks down as they're trying to leave this town.
They're like a band. They're gonna go perform.
Yeah, they're gonna go perform, and so they break down and they're waiting on the side of the road for, help. And the thing is that they don't have GPS signals where they are. They can't
in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Nobody's
they can't
driving
get
by.
signals. Nobody comes by. Somebody does come by eventually, and
It's a creepy couple.
it's a creepy couple. And the one girl is like, yeah, no, we're not
we're
going
good.
with
We're
you.
staying here.
We're staying here. We're good. And the
Yeah.
other two girls are like, no, let's go with them.
That's true.
So they're making choices to quote unquote drink the Kool-Aid.
But they were making choices based on sanity. I thought, like, okay, if I were in that situation, maybe there is a town next to their house. Maybe there is somebody that would help. Maybe like they're just relying on like maybe there's.
But are they listening to the vibes that they're getting? Like you got to listen to your
Intuition.
vibes. Yeah, your intuition.
They were very creepy.
Yeah, they were very creepy. Would you have gotten into the car with them? No. There's no way.
I've
I would
got
have been
everything
like,
here in my van.
I'd have been like,
she said,
I'm good. Can you please, if you go into town, just please send somebody my way.
Yes,
Call,
yeah.
have a tow truck come. Yeah.
because that girl was right. She's like, we sleep in our van all the time. We've got everything here. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That one was weird.
Yeah.
The one I hated obviously was the middle one.
The surgery.
Yeah. I had to fast forward.
Yeah, you did.
I
You're
hate
like, I can't do
gore.
this. Yeah.
I hate gore. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
You can have a horror movie without gore, everybody.
You can. And it was just like one moment of gore. I mean, there's a lot of.
She was bleeding. Her leg like broke off.
Yeah, her leg
Ugh.
broke off and dangled.
I don't
and
like that.
Yeah.
That poor girl.
Yeah.
It's pretty gruesome.
Her death was unfortunate and pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
And
But it was an interesting tale. The way that like they walked him through everything and like
yeah,
he was
and then
very
they were
trusting.
laughing.
Yeah.
Well, because he thought he was calling 911.
Very true. He thought he was getting help
Yeah.
and no one was there.
Yeah.
What kind of hospital has nobody there?
Right.
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
Yeah. And the graphics of everything was pretty cool. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously didn't look real, but you have these floating like death creatures. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
But yeah, what a weird movie. I'm still like, what?
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't really like it while I was watching it, but the more I kind of think about it, I'm like, it's better than what I initially thought. But I'm sure if I go back and watch it now, I'll probably be like, no.
I was, like I said, so I researched it and it actually got pretty like good reviews when it first came out. They're like, people actually were like, oh, it's this fun, like an homage horror movie, the way they made it. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
I think for me, it was lacking the tongue in cheek.
Sure. The beginning was though. I love that when they kept driving.
Yeah.
And they end up back at the diner.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
What the? And they do it again.
Yeah.
And she's like out there smoking.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like, that was funny because they first came in to the diner and she's like, you have to buy something.
you have to be a customer
or whatever. And then she's like, y'all come back now.
I love it.
That was funny.
That's cute. That was the best part. And then it got weird.
Yeah. It
Got weird. Well, how many stitches would you give this movie?
I don't know. I probably won't watch it again, but it was okay. So we'll say like a 4-ish, maybe 3.7.
I love your averages.
5. 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
Yeah.
I give it that too.
Yeah.
That's because it's like Jeepers Creepers was good in that in that little area of stitches. So, but more than I think it.
I would watch Jeepers Creepers
Yes,
over this one.
me too.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 3/4 stitches is good. How would you stitch that? That's funny.
I don't know.
But that's fun.
Half double. It's
Yeah.
like a half double crochet at the end there.
I love it.
Oh man. Well, we've reached the end of another amazing episode.
That was fun.
We're at the end of the road.
Ooh, dead end.
Dead end. Another movie. Oh man. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please let us know. Comment on our socials. Email us at theominousstitch@gmail.com. I think I've done all the plugs like 3 times now.
You did.
Oh, okay.
Let us know if you made what is it called? I'm sorry, the stitch we did today.
We did mosaic crochet.
Yeah.
So if you guys have done any mosaic crochet, please send us pictures. We want to see what you guys are doing.
Please.
Or if there's anything that you've made that you would like to see us try.
Ooh, yeah.
The challenge has been issued.
Woo.
Send it out and we will try to recreate it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun. I think that would be so fun.
That's a fun challenge.
That's a good challenge.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Thank
and
you.
we will see you on the road in our
Yes.
next episode because we've got more
We're
states to
still
cover.
driving.
We're still driving.
Woo-hoo.
Until then, we'll see you, Stitchers.